Yo, yo, what's going on, my friends, my people? How's everybody doing? Kanal here. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. I'm wrapping up my evening here. It's about 11:42. Fantastic day in the markets the last couple of days. The big theme of the market is weed stocks right now. One of the most important things that you guys can do is run scans for sectors. Sit there and figure out where the money is flowing. Sometimes it's technology, sometimes it could be solar, sometimes it could be weed. The last couple days, the action has been in the weed stocks. And so that's where we play. You can run you can run some easy stuff on TC2000, like if you wanted to, if you wanted to run, a specific scan for like a specific types of sectors, you can do like indexes here, and you can run like a scan through industry indexes on TC2000, and then run a condition like percentage gainers, say like the last 5 days, right? And so you could do like price percent gain, and boom, I would probably do a price percent gain last 5 days. It's something that me and Paul do every single day, or on the weekends. We're always running scans to see like what sectors are hot, what types of stocks are hot. Now, you don't even have to necessarily know and run a sector scan. Like if a bunch of stocks from the same sector show up on your liquid gainer scan, which is right like a momentum scan that we use. For those of you guys using TC2000, you guys know that. You can just message me on there, and I can send you my scans and all that fun stuff. What you'll see on there is, right, you'll start to see like when a bunch of the same stocks show up over and over also. But one of the big heaters of the market the last couple of days has been in weed stocks. And so we made $1,600 today on CGC, 725 on TRY, using just a really, really simple setup. We talk about the ORBs all the time. We traded this on Friday. It had a big day. You could see this candle pretty much engulfs all the other ones. On the daily chart, you've got yourself a flat top breakout. Guys, when you have yourself a flat top breakout with a stock that's got sector momentum, and you've got volume expansion, then you can really have some runs. So when you think as a trader, you want to always map out your trades, meaning that we're lawyers and we're building a case to make a trade work out in our favor. So we always start with a daily pattern. What's the daily pattern? Well, this is a flat top breakout. Great. What's the volume looking like? Volume is expanding or decreasing. Is it under accumulation or distribution, right? Is there liquidity? Check, check, check. Good. Are the moving averages helping you support your trade, or are they hindering your trade? Check. Right? What are the stochastics doing? Check. Right? What are the Bollinger Bands doing? Check. You guys see what I'm getting at? Right? We're a lawyer. We're building off all the part of our checklist. Then we go intraday, right? If we're taking for a day trade and we say, what's the intraday setup? Okay, I've got ORB, I've got VWAP play, I got so on and so forth, quick pullback buy. Do I got an intraday setup? Check. That means now you're aligning on multiple time frames. You have a setup on your intraday, you have a setup on your daily, check, check. So now what you have here is a checklist of things that you're pulling off that line up in your favor. And that's when you get high probability trades. See, a trade is just a 50-50 shot. It's a coin flip. You win or lose, stocks go up, they go down. Everything is just a guessing game. But if you roll off your trades in terms of a checklist like that, where you're checking off the boxes, what you're doing is you're bringing the probability from something that's 50-50, and you're starting to increase it into your side, into your favor. And when you do that 100 times or 200 times or 1,000 times over the course of a year, the numbers start to work out. At times, you're like, yeah, you may win, you may lose if you take a couple trades, but the numbers will start to work out in your favor over time. And so that's really important. And sector momentum is part of that checklist, right? where is the money flowing in the market? And so in this particular case, look at the volume on this bad boy. So we know that the money's been flowing into this thing for a few different days. And, this has showed up on a lot of our TC2000 scans. But once this thing is on the list and, we were trading on Friday, I know this thing is breaking out, right? So, intraday, all I'm doing, right, this thing gaps up. It busts loose the ORB. I add 1,000 shares right here. I put my stop right under this candle right here, 34.50. I got it at 34.80, so 30 cents. That's why I buy 1,000 shares, because my risk is only $300, right? Boom, first candle, you explode about $1. Good. Sell off a partial into it, then it goes sideways, and now we're just in the business of adding and subtracting and adding and subtracting. I ended up adding this thing like 3 times this day, so on and so forth, and we ended up having ourselves a really, really nice day. Now, the beauty of sector momentum, and you can see the VWAP play on this was epic, right? So we added some back at this VWAP too. But the beauty of sector momentum is that you've got to run a scan to see what other stocks in that sector are making moves. So obviously with CGC, there's Cron, which is a stock that I've been posting on my Twitter, Canal00. If you guys ever, I'm always posting kind of live updates. You see 1 test, 2 test, 3 test, 4 test, 5 test. So same type of thing. This thing just exploded. I know Mary Beth was rocking this thing today. She was posting on her Twitter. I think 721. She was buying that thing. 720, something like that. This thing exploded to 766. But this is just a stock in the same sector. It's a weed stock, right? And so Cron I did not play. I typically stay away from the lower price stocks. Not because for any reason. It's just I thought that this TLRY had, was going to have much better range today. So you can see this thing just broke out. So this is breaking out the IPO high. So we did the same type of thing on this thing. All it is now just, we know the sector momentum is there. We're looking for the sympathy plays. And dude, setups can be real simple sometimes, right? This thing explodes. I wait for the consolidation, the 9 EMA to catch up. 1 test, 2 test, 3 test, 4 test. I ripped this thing right at $34. And it's off to the races. And, at this one, I only bought 400 shares, give or take. Don't have to make things too crazy. So the moral of the story, I know I threw a lot at you. Number 1, checklist, right? Number 2, understand the sector momentum. Number 3, add in an easy intraday setup to align on your big picture thesis of what's happening with the sector and its daily pattern. Guys, when you take trades, you will get a lot more consistency when you focus on really clean patterns. Like you see something like this. I mean, this is just clean, right? Like you're not sitting there like kind of one-eyeing this thing, thinking like, should I do this? Should I not? Right? It's just clean. It's simple. It hits you in the face when you see it like, okay, that's a buy. And that's how I trade. Like when I trade, I want to see my patterns look exactly like my patterns in the textbook. One of the sayings is, right, like in real life, nothing looks as good as it does in a textbook. Well, I want my trades to look just like they are in my textbook, in my boot camp course book, because that's when I can identify it and I know that's how you gain consistency. And so your patterns should look clean. They should look crisp. They should look tight. And if you can do that, you can rip a couple $1,000, in a handful of trades too. Like you can see, I didn't really get much else going. And this is one of the things I'm really good at, right? Taking small losses, $80, $40, $130, $60. Do you notice one of the things? I lost more than I won. People care so much about their win ratios. Oh my God, I want to win all the time. I don't care about my win ratio. I'm looking for trades that can net me multiple times my risk. And when I lose, I'm looking to lose really small. It's okay to sit there and lose $80, $40, $130. If your goal is to make $500 or $1,000 on a trade, that's how the numbers work out. Now think, even if I didn't hit TLRY and this was a $100 loss too, I still would have been up over $1,000, right? We're in the business of hunting around for like really hot setups, and sometimes we may see the same pattern multiple times, but one of them doesn't work. It doesn't matter. Like I did the same thing on the Sono. Like I lost or made $6 on it, but you know, like it just kind of like, I thought I had an ORB, but it wasn't very clean. You know, it popped up and it just kind of came back down. And you know what? Sometimes they just don't go the way it does. Now, the thing on this thing, the difference on Sono versus CNG, what do you guys notice? What's the big difference? Anybody know? Leave me a comment if you know the big difference, all right, on why that one exploded and this one did. I'll send you a nice little message, all right? So hopefully that helps, guys. Please leave a comment. Let me know what your feedback is, whether it sucks, if it's good. As you know, like I'm working late into the night trying to make some good content for everybody. So I take it to heart. I know we're doing on the 28th a bunch of webinars that are free. I hope to see you guys in there. And dude, let's see you in the pre-market show tomorrow. I'll be on at 9:15. Peace.